Previously on Dungeon Punks.
Fully taking your belt off, your pants are going to fall down.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anything can be sleeping gas if you try hard enough.
If someone can slip into his fanny pack.
Sexy.
Are we going to gas them?
Well, for the time being, shots?
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Stu Pop, your Dungeon Master and everyone's podcast dad. And with me, as always, is the crew of the Archipelago.
Hello, my name is Mike Noble, and I play once esteemed, increasingly useless Detective Harley Hellberg.
And I am Phil Seaplack. I play Captain Val Kovac.
I'm Lee Eldridge, and I play Katta, the tech/mechanic/
And I'm Mel Shim. I play Onyx Row, aka Solid Gold.
And when last we left you, you had been hit by some Star Trek words, gravitational anomalies. You failed to reverse the polarity of the neutron flow, so you were pulled out of what we've decided to call fold space, because that's how your faster than light stuff works. You fold space around yourself. So we no longer accidentally refer to it as hyperspace, because we are not Star Wars.
We did determine that that is not copyrighted, but fold space does sound cool.
Yes.
And it's more accurate.
We are in the process of copywriting it. Until we get that trademark, it will be called Fold Space.
And then we're going to take Star Wars for all they're worth.
Get that Disney money.
Yeah, exactly.
Please, Disney, that's not serious. Please don't sue us. Don't come for us. We're scared.
We're come after us, Disney.
Don't listen to Mike.
We're ready.
We have no money.
Yeah.
That's the more important thing for you. You know? You will get nothing from us because we literally can't pay you.
On that note, patreon.com/dungeonpunks.
Help us fund our lawsuit against Disney.
Yeah.
So you got pulled out of fold space. Your ship's gravity died as you're having some problems with your FTL drive, and you were able to determine the like central point, like the source of the anomaly, that it had thrown star systems out of whack, that the anomaly is several light years wide. You determined that the closest place you could get to that you can repair your FTL is Vamlax Zed Budrum's beacon. And you also saw another ship in the system listing with only a single weak life sign aboard. That is the Elsinore, a medium-sized gunboat painted in the colors of the Mackenzie Free Fleet, formerly the colors of the Mackenzie Pirate Gang. And you decided that it's only ethical if you see a ship listing in space, you have to give help. That's space nautical law.
And also just being a good person.
Yes. Sorry, I forget that you people can play good people in any RPG.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. So you have decided to go and give them aid, and we left off with Katta and Onyx about to go aboard as the docking clamps of the Ark locked on to the Elsinore. And that's where we begin, with the two of you in the airlock, suited up. How are you feeling? Ready to jump across to a pirate ship, or a former pirate ship?
Little nervous, little, I guess, I don't know, reassured is the wrong word, but like there's a pretty weak life sign, so probably no one's going to attack us unless they have like attack robots. There could be attack robots. Oh my god. This is Katta's
Katta is spiraling, and I think you sort of remember back to when you first hired onto the Ark and the captain explaining to you about the Mackenzie gang, as we will flash back now.
I was miming like the wipe.
Yeah.
Star wipe.
Yeah.
Oh, my old pal Val, thanks for having me for this job interview, or this tour of your new ship. I'm glad you want me as part of your crew.
Are we actually old friends?
Sure, why not? We're acquaintances, are we not? Or I could just be that.
I think we had established that you would become friends because Harley just drank at the bar.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So old friend to Harley is 3 weeks.
There you go.
It's all relative.
You're my longest.
Do you know
my
how
oldest
many
friend
in this campaign alone? Do you know how many hits to the head I've taken?
Harley just feels as if anybody's his friend.
He's just a personable guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, actually, sorry. I got so caught up talking to Val, my old drinking buddy, that I didn't introduce myself to everyone else in this in this
the
group
one.
interview.
Oh, no, there's two other people.
Sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, my name's Katta. I just finished Starship Engineering School, and I'm interested in getting on a ship. And this one looks like it needs a lot of repairs, but I think I can handle that because I know a lot about non-Sopran human ships because they're really interesting. Like, you guys have really interesting designs, and this one's a bar. That's weird. But
You're weird.
What? Oh, you have an AI. Oh, that's cool. So cool. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking now. I think I'm rambling. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Billy Milan. I'm the best bartender this side of the Stone of Blanc in Vancouver 12.
Damn. Well, I'm glad. I really am excited to be spending lots of time with definitely both of you over these next few times. Billy, Vancouver 12, you big Gormanganders fan? Not interested. Anyways.
Wait, do we...
This is the most confident Harley has ever been.
This is before he failed all his roles.
So sorry, Val, sorry, Captain, what
You don't have to call me Captain
Val?
yet.
Oh, okay. Captain Val, are we going to keep the bar running when it's a ship? Is that how we're going to make money? I don't know.
What are you talking about, a ship? This is a bar.
But didn't you see that? This is a ship.
Yeah, this is predominantly a ship. It was converted into a bar. Function I will most likely keep on board when we fly off this ring world, but...
Wait, you're flying? But you need a bartender.
I mean, theoretically, yeah. But in terms of it's not gonna be a bar.
Can you are you also a pilot or something?
Oh, I've never been off this
Yeah,
planet.
what are you good at?
Bartending? Tricks? I can spin the bottle like nobody's business.
Huh, okay. Can't fly ship.
Billy, your resume does say several times that you're a pilot.
Oh, I must have sent in the wrong one.
Sent in the wrong resume that says you're good at what this job would be.
It's like when actors tell you they can horseback ride.
Well, interesting that Billy is involved in this interview. But, Val, sorry, you were saying something about the Mackenzie gang.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to get past everyone before we get off-world, just to let you know possibly what we're getting into.
Wait a minute, off-world?
Yeah, we're going to be taking
I'm
off.
going to see you guys.
Oh.
Shoot. Okay,
He's
well, good thing
just
this
leaving.
is a very competitive
Okay,
application.
bye-
numerous
bye,
applicants.
Billy.
That's okay.
These are the only applicants, Captain.
No, that's not true. There's multiple applicants for this
You did not
position.
put any other applicants into the system.
Billy Milan.
We're going to need a pilot.
So, I guess you can still tell us about the
Yeah.
Mackenzie gang. What was that about?
Yeah, I guess just to get this out there, are you all familiar with the Mackenzie gang?
Familiar enough.
There's what do you call it? It's the human word. Moose?
Yes. There was Mackenzie, the titular part of the gang. He was the...
What is a moose?
What's the not human word for moose?
Well, we don't have one because we don't have moose.
Yeah, I've
True.
never seen one. I hear they're quite large creatures. They've got 4 eyes.
I extensively mapped Mackenzie's body while he was on board in order to make specific modifications. Allow me to bring up a hologram.
Yes, Kay, why don't you show us a hologram?
Kay produces a hologram of not just a moose, but specifically Mackenzie, the moose, who is a moose that has a sort of cybernetic collar that has little hands for manipulating.
Oh God, that's
manipulation of
terrifying.
stuff.
Oh, they have quite large horns?
No one
Are
really
those
knows.
used for... Can they move those? Are they used for anything? They look interesting.
Mating displays and combat, I believe.
Oh. They look like they'd be formidable in combat.
Hey, might explain why he ended up being the pirate captain. That aside, if you are familiar with the pirate gang, this ship once belonged to said Mackenzie himself.
Oh,
And he
interesting.
sold me to be a bar. My life is great.
Is Mackenzie alive?
Yes.
Okay. There might be a small chance we may encounter members of the gang, and they may recognize this ship. We might draw some attention to ourselves based on the renown of the ship alone.
Apologies, Captain, but I feel I must interject that we are not supposed to refer to them as a gang anymore, as they have acquired nation status.
Ah, of course. They are now the Free Nation.
Sounds like a gang tax evasion, if you're asking me.
Ultimately, their motives are shrouded in mystery, and they've...
Do you think, I guess they sold the ship, but do you think they'd want it back?
I'm not sure if they actually sold the ship. It's very likely it was probably abandoned. Not sure I know why, Kay. This is a fantastic vessel. Perfect for our uses.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I was abandoned. I'd only have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I was going to say, for someone interviewing us, you're really trying to sell us that this is a reasonable job.
Oh, I think this is a really interesting job. These ships, they were mass produced, but they're also modular. So you can actually customize them quite extensively. And this one has grass, and that's something I've never seen before and didn't know that it was an option.
Hey, actually, do you know anything about the owners before the Mackenzie gang?
Not really, other than something to do with the bar.
No. Okay, interesting. No worries, though. No worries. It's my backstory. It's all good.
We'll save that for another flashback.
Yeah.
I could tell you all about that.
Well, we'll sit
We'll
down
save
there.
that-
Yeah, we'll save it for later.
We'll save that for another time. But the reason I bring this up, crew,
Nah.
Really?
you got the job,
Oh my goodness.
Nice. Sweet.
is I might have some tangential connections to the gang.
The Free Nation.
Sorry, Free Nation. So I feel it's probably good as a moral captain to put my cards on the table.
Katta looks at the table, expecting actual cards.
It's a metaphor, Katta.
Yes, metaphor.
Oh,
A turn of phrase, if
I
you
thought
will.
maybe humans just used cards for things.
No,
So they
it's...
can remember.
Mm.
Sometimes you don't have very good memories.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes we
No,
get
I
a
don't
couple-
have good memories because I take 1 shot of whiskey and forget 3 days.
There's the Harley we know.
There, yeah. Sorry.
It's coming back.
I don't know what phase of Harley I'm in yet.
But there was a point in my life where I may have worked for some unsavory people and had to get out of Dodge, try to lay low for a while, because turns out one of the things I was working on as a gene slicer and a botanist was a project. And at the time, no longer, but at the time, the Mackenzie gang had stolen said project. And it's out there somewhere. Possibly, maybe we'll find out a little bit more. But for the time being, I want to let you know that there's a possibility that this might resurface.
Man, I knew you were interviewing us for a job, but I didn't know we were interviewing you for an autobiography.
I just have been dying to tell someone
Just need to get this off my chest.
for so long. You have no idea, okay?
He practiced this in the mirror.
We appreciate you opening up to us, and I feel
I had to sign an NDA. I was on the run.
just expired.
I lived in a gymnasium for several years.
Well, I can tell that this crew is going to get along just fine.
Aye, Captain.
So,
That's what humans say, right?
Yeah, close enough. Okay, and flashback?
yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything else.
Yeah,
I think we can end it there.
Unless you want to explain what the project is and does.
No, we can leave that maybe a little bit of still a bit of a mystery,
Yeah.
and then have it unfold. I don't think we need to do
Okay.
all the exposition.
Sounds good. Flashback over.
Here's my entire life story.
I've got
I
a
was
bind.
born.
So we're back in the
No waiting
airlock.
story.
Onyx and Katta. Katta's nervous.
Yeah. Spiraling.
And the
Thinking
light-
about moose.
Yeah, there might be a moose over.
There might be a moose.
Onyx like, what? Moose, huh?
The light clicks green, and the air cycles, and the airlock opens onto the other ship, which is lit in that spooky red lighting that you get in a damaged starship.
Emergency lighting.
It's 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 a bit of a flashing red, and there is an alarm going off,
The red alert.
but
Is it
only
the
use the yellow alert sound.
Is there a sound for yellow alert? I don't remember one.
It's yellow alert.
I guess we just cautiously walk onto the ship and
Yeah.
close the airlock behind us.
Do you have weapons?
I have my palm stunner, so that's it.
Okay.
I think I.
Katta fucks shit up. Like, this is like a known thing, whether it be other
Yeah.
people or herself
I
for
can-
distraction.
My fists are my weapon.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But does Onyx have a weapon?
I've got a palm stunner as well,
Okay.
but I'm not very good at combat.
Okay.
I can hit
I'm
people
better-
with my tail.
Yeah, I'm better at running away.
Gotcha.
It's probably the best.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, so you push yourselves, and it's still in zero gravity, which is continuing on. Actually, no, this ship, there is gravity.
Okay.
So you sort of push yourselves over and then clunk down into the gravity of the other ship.
Cool.
Onyx tells the stream this is super cool.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm so excited. We're going to find cool things. Let's go.
Onyx, I don't want to like be rude, but maybe we should keep our voices down. I don't know what we're gonna find in here.
Okay. Is this quiet enough?
Probably. You could probably just speak normally. But what I was gonna ask was, we've scanned the ship. Could we tell approximately the location of the life sign so we can go right there?
Yeah, it was in sort of near the rear of the ship, not in like where you would expect like the bridge to be. The bridge is clearly like the front of the ship of this gunboat.
Okay. This is a fairly common ship.
I think, well, because you've studied human stuff and the Mackenzie gang at least has an Earth connection,
Mm-hmm.
what with it being run by a hyper-intelligent moose.
I'm just wondering if I could like.
People want to learn more about how there came to be a hyper-intelligent moose, they can listen to our episode 0 on Patreon, where we invented the backstory of the ship.
What I'm wondering is if I have access to schematics for the ship.
Probably not specifically for this ship, but
Okay.
it's a fairly simple layout. Like, it's a kind of classic cockpit at the front, and then it just sort of like runs back. Like, it's a thing that you point in a direction and send it, kind of thing.
Okay. So I would have kind of a general idea of
Yeah,
the layout.
one central hallway, like running front to back, cockpit in the front, probably crew quarters off to the side, and other things off the one
Gotcha.
main hallway.
Okay, so let's head for the life sign somewhere near the back. I can go first, but watch our tail.
Yep.
Keep
Sounds
an
good.
eye,
Yep.
Just in case something pops out.
I've got your back.
There
gal.
might be murder robots. I don't know.
Watch your tail.
Well, that's why I would say watch our tail, because it's behind me.
I got your tail.
So yeah, we continue towards where the life sign would be.
Okay, you head back. You started heading down this main hallway. You can see that what sort of like accoutrements might have been decorating this hallway seem to have been thrown to the very like front end of the hallway. Basically, there's a bunch of stuff jammed up against the door to the bridge, which is sort of a sign that perhaps the inertial dampeners failed when it got pulled out of fold space, which would have caused everything to violently hit the front of the ship.
Ooh, that's bad.
You keep heading back. You enter the room where you're kind of getting the life sign reading. Looks like here, instead of proper like crew quarters, they've just got stasis pods, which each would have had their own individual sort of inertial dampers, though they've also kind of crashed up against the front end of the ship. But it might have protected at least somewhat the things that are inside of it. And you can see that one of them is occupied by the like rapidly weakening life sign, which looks like a human who is currently in a state of very close to death.
I want to.
I would say there's 3 other pods here, so looks like they have a crew of 4, I guess.
But they're empty.
They're empty.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
I want to examine the pod they're in. I know we kind of have to move quickly here, but I don't know if opening the pod will just kill them, or if we can if there's a way to I don't know, get the pod out of here so we can get them onto our ship into Atmo.
I think you can see that the pod itself is pretty severely damaged. It looks like they were only partially protected from the initial impact by the pod's own dampeners until those inevitably fail. The pod doesn't seem functional at all anymore.
Are the other pods similarly damaged?
Yes.
Shit.
Okay.
I was thinking we just pop them into another one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I think we got to get them back on our ship. I know
Yeah.
the captain know some medical stuff.
I think that's probably the best idea.
I don't have anything to repair humans.
Yeah.
I could repair. Oh, hold on. I have emergency repair patches that do something for mechanical stuff, machine things. Maybe I can like slap one of those on the. Let me just
On
see
the
what they're-
pod, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The reason I chuckled is because I'm laughing at like rescuing these like very near death people and then going into our ship that has 0G. Whoa!
It's okay. That's the next thing
Gotta
on the
bring 'em
fix
back.
list.
Yeah.
0G doesn't like launch you up.
No, I know, but like I was just like, oh, thanks for saving me. Oh, like just like flying away.
It could be a problem if like blood pooling in places is the only thing that's like keeping them alive or whatever, and that starts like float. But yeah,
Gets all the blood clots
So
moving.
emergency repair patches are to machines what slap patches are to humans. They're basically like temporary repair measures until other things can,
like probably nanites.
yeah, something like that. They also offer basic repairs to bioroids.
I think what you would probably know then is that you could use this on the pod. It would probably give the pod like 15 minutes of like operation. Probably enough just at least put them in stasis right now, which would keep them at the level of alive they currently are.
Is there gravity on that ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because, like, can you even move the pod?
I don't know.
Is the pod even able to be
Cat was
transferred?
pretty strong.
I am pretty
Okay.
strong. If we can just like drag it to the airlock, we can get
Yeah.
it back to our ship,
Yeah.
and then it can float.
Yeah.
And then we can let you fix this person or help, and then investigate the rest of the ship.
Trying to
Yeah.
decide if it's easier to do surgery, like life-saving surgery in gravity or in zero
Absolutely in
gravity.
gravity, because otherwise blood would just
Yeah.
bloop out,
Mhm.
and then you just have like these
So
globules
the
of
cat
blood
might want
flying
to come
everywhere.
over here to do the surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is kind of why I originally thought that I should just go because I'm the medic. But
Yeah.
but we're like, you're the captain. But whatever. It's if you don't think you're able to.
Is there atmosphere in this ship? Is it breathable?
I can say no. I feel like the inertial dampening just would have damaged it so much. There is no atmosphere, but you might be able to like, I would say if you move this to the airlock on this side of this ship, you close the airlock, pump air in from your ship into the airlock on this ship that has gravity. As long as it stays sealed, it would have gravity and atmosphere being provided by your ship.
I am going to radio to the captain and explain all that. Like, we found the person, they're in a life pod. They're rapidly decaying, deceasing. They're rapidly going to be dead. And
Their systems are failing.
yeah, systems failing. I'm like explaining it like a ship.
Okay.
I can temporarily start up this pod again,
Mhm.
but I think they need medical attention.
Yeah, I like, so I can even see this through the
Stream.
the stream. So like Onyx is probably just like looking over your shoulder at the thing, and then the
Quietly narrating to
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the stream.
and then the little droid thing that is recording. So yeah, I agree. They need immediate medical attention.
Okay.
Whatever you can
I
do
think-
to get them over here.
I think I can get this pod, between the two of us, I think we can get this pod to the airlock. And then there should be gravity on this side, but there's no atmosphere in the ship, so we need atmosphere. So you got to be in the airlock on this side and pump some ammo in there.
Because about that, I do have an idea. I don't think we have the time for it, but is it possible, Katta, to basically scrap the ship for its like gravity drive or whatever, and then install it? Like because you said that you couldn't repair our drive or our gravity.
I mean, I can. There's other more important things happening. I can absolutely repair our gravity. I don't know if I need a part, though. That might be faster, but I'd have to look at the ship because I don't know if it's compatible. They're both human ships. So they should be. But I think this one is newer. I'd have to look. I don't know if we have...
I think your priority should be to bring the pod into the airlock as you suggested.
Yeah, okay. And then we can go look at the...
Yeah, and then I think
Parts.
we should then go explore the
Yeah.
ship and see if we can
Yeah.
scavenge for
Scavenge
things.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat is down. It is definitely down for that. They want to see more of the ship.
Okay. So let's like detach this pod from whatever it's sitting on. And maybe it has wheels. I don't know, casters. That's why it slides around
For
so much.
easy movement.
It unfortunately does not. It was situated on a plinth, and it has like torn free from the plinth.
Okay, so we at least don't have to do that. Okay. So I'm gonna like use the slap patch on it, reboot. So person is stable at least for like a few minutes, and then
Lift it on both sides and
yeah, I guess so. Like
walk it over
more on
to-
one end, but
yeah, and like Onyx is like struggling. She's like never had to lift anything heavy.
Yeah. So
But-
technically, this
You can
would be
slide
Katta making, I guess, an athletics with help from Onyx. So if Onyx is trained in athletics, I guess that would give any points to Katta, but otherwise,
I have one green die.
so no. So it's just basically it's only Katta is doing the lifting
Okay.
here.
is there anything
I've
around?
got like coordination. I've got stealth.
I want to use a story point to make
Put
something
wheel-
that
Or dolly.
that we can slide it on. Because I don't think wheels. I don't think there'd be anything with wheels in this.
Some
Yeah,
cylindrical thing.
you could do like moving big
Or like a
rocks
hover
for the
thing.
pyramids.
Yeah.
I
like
getcha.
we can like slide it on some
Absolutely.
things.
Yeah, there are like a bunch of like pipes that have broken free that aren't like fully smashed that you can do
so
that.
it takes a bunch of pipes, and then Onyx, your job is to take the ones from the back and go to the front
Got it.
as we roll, and I'll like get something like, I don't know, some kind of wire or rope or something, and we'll pull it.
Give me that story point, and you don't need to make a roll for this. This will just move because that's good engineering, baby.
Yeah.
So you're able to
Simple
roll.
machines.
You're able to roll the pod that you've spent your repair patch on.
Yeah.
So it's sort of functioning. It's holding this guy this person in stasis at their near death. You get it into the airlock, close the airlock as sort of, and then Val can go across.
Okay. Yeah, so seeing this, I'm basically like already at the airlock, just waiting.
Yeah, so you just have to wait for air to like get pumped into that side, and then you can open up and go across.
Okay.
And you can see the this dude, this stasis pod with a very near to death person is in it. They've just suffered like basically a massive collision, and only the like minor stasis, like minor inertial dampener of the stasis pod itself kept him from basically like liquefying on one side of the of the pod. But it's still like, this is like someone who's been in a like bad car crash.
There's going to be some brain damage.
I have brought my emergency med kit, and I am going to do whatever I can to try to help this person.
So I think in this case, you're actually going to need to do like real surgery on this person.
Yeah.
You probably pump them full of stuff from the med kit to like keep them stable. You might even want Harley here just to be like person that hands you stuff.
Yeah, I'll come along. I'll come hang. Surprisingly not hungover. Or functionally hungover.
I mean,
Are you
you're
still
still
pantsless?
drunk.
Yeah.
You are actively drunk right now based
Yeah.
on the timeline of what we have
Okay,
done in this
okay.
previous
Still drunk.
episodes.
Pants back on.
Okay, well we have that.
So I'm not sure how you
I just want a quick flashback to Harley putting his pants back on in zero gravity, just struggling with that, like spinning around, trying to get the pants back on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Harley, roll to put your pants back.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be a coordination.
God damn
This
it.
is gonna be average.
So just 2 and 2?
Yeah. This roll is brought to you by Kirk gesticulating wildly at me from
I was going to make that joke, and I was just
God
like,
damn
I've
it,
had
Kirk.
enough. I've had enough of this. Okay, that's good, I think.
that's a failure with 2 advantage. So you no longer have the pants wrapped around your ankles where they had been
Yeah.
previously. You're now pants free. Still in your underwear. That's all you're gonna get though. You failed to put the pants back on. You gotta go help. You gotta go help the captain in your underwear.
I'm going to use a story point to put my pants back on.
You know what? It's kind of a massive use of the story point, but I'm allow it, even though it means that currently you guys have no story points in your
I
own
don't see anyone else
I've
does
got to
now.
start spending them
Yeah.
against you to get them back.
I'm fine with that. I think that is an absolutely fair use of a story point.
So, Stu, I was going to say, in terms of the med kit, so I do have slap patches, but that's kind of like the quick fix stuff, which, of course, would not work in this situation. Like you said, this is going to require surgery, but that is where the med kit comes into play.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to do this roll, but it says here, basically, it allows me to make like a medicine check to heal critical injuries without a penalty. So if you were going to like add extra difficulty
Gotcha. So yeah, so there'll be no black dice on this, but it's still going to be a daunting roll, which is 4 purple.
Yeah.
Because this person is very near. Actually, I'm gonna just based on how like bad car crash. Like this is gonna be an impossible. This is gonna be 5 purple because it's a like this person's so close to death already.
Okay.
That too, yeah. Save them doing like ad hoc surgery, not with like even with you've got your med kit, but you don't have like.
This is not a medical bay.
You don't have a surgery theater here, right? So
no hologram doctor.
that's why that's that hard. But you're not going to get any other like situational difficulties because you do have the med kit. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, should I even use the med kit? I guess what I'm just.
Yeah, I would say you're using it because it could be like this. This might be like a couple like multi-stage rolls, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So you will like if you rolled like disadvantages now, that will like the med kit will keep you from having those disadvantages. Give you black dice on your next roll. Let's say.
Okay. Harley, are you able to help me in any capacity?
I have 2 slap patches, and in terms of anything,
Do you have any basis of intelligence or knowledge?
yeah, what would you specifically need me to?
Probably medicine or intellect, right?
I do have
You
nothing.
need Katta.
I have nothing in medicine.
Because Katta would be able to
Yeah.
help.
I'm more of like a brain skill type, not a practical application
Gotcha.
type. Computers, perception. Maybe I could tell if something's going wrong. But I also have a forensic kit, and I was actually looking up to see what that specifically entails. If there was anything that you could.
Well, once this guy dies, you can probably do an autopsy.
Yeah.
The forensic.
Yeah.
Dust him for
We clearly
fingerprints.
this man
How did
or
he die?
individual is not going to
Enhance.
survive
Enhance.
unless by some miracle. So this is it. I'm just making a roll myself.
Just making a roll yourself, medicine roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not there to help because
Yeah.
I would be a bit of a help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of if there's anything.
And I can't use a story point because the last
Mike
one
put
was
his
you.
pants on. Shit.
There's nothing else to this. I just gotta give it my best.
So-
Give it your best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just thinking of like if there's another alternative option, but I don't think there
you
is.
can't think of anything.
No, not with my current rollout.
All right. Wait, hold up. What? I got 2. No, that's.
No,
Oh, shit. That was so close, though. Yeah.
it was really close.
It was really close. I rolled 2 successes, 2 advantages, but then 2 failures, and then 3 disadvantage. So it is net 1 disadvantage.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So I didn't actually flat out fail.
I would say that's not a death.
It is not a death, especially because I said you were using the med kit, which would prevent the like getting trouble on your dice for the next roll. So you're going in here. This is basically like your initial like I guess exploratory thing, trying to figure out what's wrong. And basically the disadvantage is like so much is going wrong here. You're definitely
There's probably so much like internal trauma.
you're kind of just
Brain bleed.
able to like triage, which is basically like figure out what's going on and kind of decide where you need to go next. And there's just a lot. There's a lot. Like you're like if you had your choice, you would solve 3 of the problems first because they're the like not solving any of either one of them could be problematic. He's not dead. You're able to go forward without any black dice added to the roll.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say I'm spending a story point, and this is that the
He's putting his
stasis
pants
pod
on.
runs out of juice earlier than Katta thought.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to upgrade one of those purple to a red. So now there is a chance of a despair, which that would kill him.
Despair.
We'll come back to that, though, because we're going to pop over to Katta and Onyx exploring the ship.
Hope there's no death robots.
So do you want to go back to the engines
Yes.
or up to the bridge?
Yes.
Okay, that doesn't tell you.
Should we split up, or is this like a horror movie situation?
No
where
splitting
we should...
up. Absolutely
okay.
not.
Okay.
That is dumb. It never split up, especially in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Do you want to get eaten by like a
Black
oil
goo?
black goo creature?
Just a flavor question. Any of you wearing red?
Yeah.
No.
Your spacesuits are red. I was about to story point say your spacesuits are
No,
red.
mine's not. Because
Everyone's spacesuits are red.
You drew it.
you drew it and it's not red.
But we will take the story point. Thank you.
Yes.
Harley gets over comms and says,
Katta, I think Val might need some help back over there, and not gonna lie, kind of interested in this ship, so I'm gonna make my way towards you guys.
I'm gonna say sorry to interrupt. This is kind of happening concurrently to the
yeah.
the surgery.
Yeah.
You can't because you can't open the
Right.
airlock.
Yeah.
You're in the airlock right now.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's
Which is the only reason that there's
Gotcha.
gravity
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this surgery.
Right.
and air.
So Katta radios back.
Go
He's like,
home, you're drunk.
Absolutely do not open that airlock. Under no circumstances are you opening that airlock. There is no atmosphere and you do not have a suit on.
Sorry, misread the situation. Just really panicking, just trying to think on my feet.
Did you put your pants back on?
Yes, why do people keep asking me this?
The chat is back to who is this guy?
Can they hear that?
Has he always been part of the crew?
No, he's one of the star brew.
Yeah.
Spar stew.
No, he's
Stars-
we would remember him if he was part of the Star Spark.
He's very
Definitely not one of the stars guys.
We got a
very
list of them. We know.
nondescript.
Not remarkable.
Yes. Unremarkable, you could say.
Did he own that van or something? What's he doing?
Is that the van guy?
To answer your question, I want to, I think, go to the engine room because I want to see if there's anything salvageable from the ship. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you head back through the pod room back to the engine room. You have to do like a little bit of hardwiring, just 'cause, all the systems are damaged on the ship to get the doors open here because they were closed. Inside, you can see once again anything that wasn't tied down thrown against the wall of the ship. There's like a small pile of stuff that kind of falls out the door. To the right, you can also see what you were guessing are the remains of a person that was in here that are basically just like
A milkshake?
a milkshake on the on the wall by the side of the door.
People soup.
No, thank you.
Gross.
And yeah, give me a mechanics check to see if there's anything you can recover. This is just average to see if there's anything you can recover from the ship.
Damn.
That's 2 successes.
You turn the ship back on and everything's fine.
That is 2 successes and 4 advantages.
Woohoo!
Damn.
My dice are finally recovering.
Take a picture of that.
So with 2 successes and 4 advantages, there is things you can recover from here. The hyperdrive is fucked. Not the hyperdrive. The jump drive is fucked.
And the hyper what?
The warp drive?
Full drive.
The full drive, the faster than light drive is screwed, but the gravity generator for the ship is still working
But I can't take it until
they're done. But you could, you also with 4 advantage, you can tell that you can slot it out fairly easily and put basically if you pull the one from the arch, they are compatible. So you can basically,
Can we leave the
Earth
ship going
ships
to space?
kept that Ford thing where any part can go into any ship. You realize that this is an IKEA gun. The IKEA gunboat.
Gunnar.
Gunnar.
It's a gooder.
Cool, yeah. So I'm going to radio that in.
Okay.
Hey, Captain, good news. There's a gravity generator here that will slot right into our ship. I won't take it until you're done, because that would be bad.
Yep.
0 G blood is bad.
Val
Learned
just
that in school.
the king of multitasking right now. Yeah, sorry, what was that?
Yeah, imagine like Val is like holding a like
Suction.
artery shut right now. Like,
Clamp.
Yeah.
yeah, that's great.
Okay, just want to let you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, just keep exploring. Okay.
Harley's just looking there being like, whoa, this guy's crazy. Like,
Yeah, so was that the only thing I can salvage, or is there anything else in here that looks just bits
I
and
would
pieces?
say
Put them in my
that's like
bag?
the major thing, but you have 4 advantage. So is there like what's like a little something in the engineering space that you think you'd want to salvage or look for?
no deadly robots.
Weapons.
Initially, I was like, any kind of... So the full drive is not our only method of propulsion. So maybe there's like some slightly newer tech that I can integrate in with our regular engine to maybe soup it up a little bit.
Yes. So their main engines, like their impulse engines, have also failed, but there are like other things around that are like probably still intact. I'm going to say that the Mackenzie Free Fleet lives their life a quarter light year at a time, and there is basically the sci-fi equivalent of like impulse NOS here that you can,
Well, this gotta
you can
be,
pull
yeah.
So
as effectively
Fast
like
and
a
the
booster
Furious.
system.
Yeah.
Like a limited use like booster system that like probably like
so it's the Batmobile.
It's the stuff they use in Solo that they inject into the thing to make it like
right.
go fast for a bit.
Yeah.
okay, so Onyx and the stream are like maybe watching Katta like rummaging through the debris.
Ooh, what's that?
and the like
Explain. Ooh,
bits and
wow,
pieces,
cool.
and then just you see like eyes through the helmet go wide, and like, and then she starts like breaking out tools and like disconnecting something, and like there's a little compartment that's got like a blue fluid that has a very faint glow.
Say, hey, Katta, what you got there?
Oh, we're gonna go fast. Oh, sorry, what?
All right. Great. Bring it with us.
So
The chat is currently in like a real pirate mood. They're all yarring in the chat right now.
Arr.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know, piling things into my tote bag, I guess.
Don't bang.
Just like an expandable, I don't know,
You
like
got tons of pouches and stuff. yeah.
market bag kind of situation. Pouches, bits and pieces that I can, I don't know, patch into our ship or use as...
All right, well, you're doing
Whatever.
that. We're going to go back to the high-stakes surgical drama that is going on.
ER space.
Yeah. So yeah, just continuing as you mentioned, like he hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
I've sort of, I've kept things going, opened him up, and I'm gonna attempt to at least stabilize him. We'll see, but
Jeez, a
Look-
story point.
We
I
have
guess
two
we got
now.
two
You
now.
have 2 now, but you might want to ration them.
Do we?
You got to put his pants back on after you're done surgery.
Yeah, well, I feel like I feel like in the meta narrative, this is probably like the highest stakes moment in the story so far.
Yes.
So it's like I would say
Yeah.
if I can use when I'm putting on pants and no one stopped me, which I thought was gonna happen,
It was
vote.
too late.
The only
yeah.
reason I didn't stop you is because it created the higher stakes of you not having any more story points.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say vote to use a story point, if not 2. That's my hot take.
Is it possible to use two?
Use one at a time, and you have to like come up with a narrative reason.
Yeah.
That, like what changes about the narrative.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some reason because it has to be like it can't necessarily be something like, oh, I'm actually really good at this kind of like no,
Yeah,
it has to
yeah,
be
yeah.
like some specific
Yeah.
Yeah,
change to the setting.
setting
Or
the
situation.
situation. Yeah.
Aren't one of the Star Sport dudes a doctor?
Oh, the dudes you all got drunk.
Yeah, whatever. I can figure it out.
Also, I feel like no. I think that's that. I mean, I guess that would be the use of a story point. Would be like,
yeah.
Tad Bling film is actually a world-renowned surgeon.
Benson Benny B. Burner Holiday is at least a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a scientist.
I mean, one of them is a cyborg or an android, so maybe they can just like load a doctor, George Clooney.
The person behind PlayStation 5
Yeah.
is actually... I mean, Benny B would be the obvious one of that. He's science thing is
Do-
that he's also a surgeon.
Do we want one of them to just be part of this?
I mean,
Does anyone object to them?
I'm
just-
trying to.
I don't object to
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
If no one objects, then the story point is like because you're Harley, you're with me, right?
Yeah.
So you're
Nobody's supervising them anymore.
literally one of them just like wanders into the airlock, like just being like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Whoa, is this where the party
All right,
is
yeah,
now?
talk
Is anybody on the ship a doctor?
And by
doctors of party.
and by happenstance, it's like Benny B or one of the ones that is like medically trained, and he just shifts gears.
All right.
Just
Flip me that story
rips off
point.
his jacket, and he's just got a coat
Flip me that story
underneath.
point.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
The doctor's coat
He's just
and
in scrubs
Yeah,
already.
he's just already in scrubs.
yeah, rips off his shirt and it's like the stethoscope.
All right. So here's what happens. Grop shows up.
Dr. Grop to you.
Yeah. I think Harley goes, Grop, and he goes, it's Dr. Grop.
yeah.
And rips off the like sweatsuit he was wearing and has scrubs on. Scrubs that are branded to Starsport House. This is obviously not the first time this has happened.
Yeah.
It was statistically likely that one of them would be a surgeon.
Yeah.
It's literally the first words you've heard Grop say that aren't just Grop is it's Dr. Grop today.
Yeah. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde.
So you
But like a party Jekyll and Hyde.
you can upgrade one of your green to a yellow as you now have Dr. Grop helping you roll up those dice.
Okay. High stakes. Oh. No.
Dr. Grop may be a little bit rusty.
Okay, yeah, that's basically one advantage, but 2 failures.
Okay, so you definitely are not succeeding in stabilizing this guy. He's just not with the single advantage. Just you get another chance. He's not falling further, but that's not like really not because he's stabilized yet. It's just you just have more. You still have time, basically, to keep him from dying. And you've got Dr. Grop there.
In that time, he was just like scrubbing in. So he hadn't actually jumped in yet.
He was scrubbing in and giving you like some notes as he scrubbed in.
Can I use a story point for Harley to find a case of Grop to incentivize Grop?
Grop is heavily alcoholic, I believe, established. So
You can give it to him later.
you can give it to him later.
But also, he's a doctor, so he's taken the Hippocratic Oath. So he has to help now that he's here.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut back to inside the ship as we've got Katta and Onyx continue to explore.
Katta found treasure.
So where should we go next?
What do you? I guess we could go to the bridge.
The bridge, yeah.
Or I don't know if there would be anything. It's a pretty small ship.
Val might, if you ever reach out, like trying to ask maybe what to do, Val might ask to either head to like the bridge or find like some logs just to find out like what they were doing.
Oh, smart.
Oh, yeah, that is very smart.
The black
yeah,
box.
the captain
Yeah.
should be on the way mission too. And that's why.
But also, we need him to do surgery.
Val's busy right now, but he says check for the black box.
Okay, we'll go to the bridge.
Yeah.
All right, you head up to the bridge. You have to kind of push aside all the like debris that's piled up against the bridge door. You crack that open. It's another grizzly scene. The other 2 crew members were in here. They have milkshaked the windows.
No.
Ooh, it's just like when you hit a bug when you're going on the highway.
Yeah.
You just maybe take a deep breath out in the hallway and then head in. And
There's no Atmos, so we.
That's fair. Yeah.
Although maybe it's just a fortifying breath.
It's a self thing, not a
Can't smell anything.
Has everyone watched The Expanse?
Yeah.
no.
Oh, okay. There's that scene when like the dude is like racing to the ring and then he hits the wall and they have like seatbelts too.
Yeah.
So it's just like
The Expanse is really good for anybody.
I've
out
heard
there.
it's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
it's
scene
done
from
now,
The Expanse
so-
is very accurate to what has happened here.
Nice.
Okay. Go to the computer terminal and see what we can get out of it if things are still functional.
Yeah, this will be a computer check from one of you, whoever wants to do that, to go through those systems. Onyx, the chat is kind of grossed out right now. What are you saying to them?
It's like, this is what exploring is. Sometimes you find some really gross things.
Are you going to get demonetized?
No.
You're starting to get like emails popping up from the stream.
Maybe just
company.
point your little droidy thing away from the...
Yeah, it's like, it's okay, I'll censor it.
Maybe there's a slight delay so you can
filter.
Yeah.
Or like those like
just the blur filter.
the face emojis where they turn you in like
You just put little smiley faces.
yeah.
Just stickers everywhere.
Average check.
This will be average, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I got 3 advantages.
Okay, so you're not able to access the logs. Black box, not so indestructible when coming out of fold space, I guess. But with the advantages, you do spot something else. You kind of get a schematic of the ship pops up. And there is what you can see on this schematic. It looks like there is like a secret room, secret compartment.
Secret.
oh hell yes.
Which is under the pod room.
Okay.
So you need to go there and like figure out how to access it, but you know where it is.
Onyx. Secret tunnel.
Katta and Onyx exploring secret tunnels. Dun, 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 dun.
Drip of viscera amid your little dance.
Do a little like TikTok dance.
Yeah.
Once we leave the
yeah.
Montage of you guys in the hallway doing a TikTok dance, and then hard cut back to Captain Val trying to keep a guy alive.
Yeah.
I have total faith. Katta has total faith in Val as a captain and a doctor. It's just like he can do anything. He'll be fine.
All right, Val, is there any? Are you spending another story point here? What's your plan?
So it's our last story point.
Unless Stu decides to do something evil again.
Yeah.
Spoilers, he might.
What can be? This is a tough one for like things to change.
There's another man. No, I'm kidding.
There's another one.
They're all doctors.
Oops, all doctors.
What a twist.
Can anyone think of anything?
To get an advantage on this?
Yeah, another. I don't. Has the dice changed at all since last roll?
No, I think we would keep the same dice going.
Well,
think there's-
Dr. Gropp has scrubbed in now. Yeah, it's very important. Just gotta make sure you don't.
He's actually a brain surgeon.
Yeah.
I've watched like so many medical shows. I should be able to think of something.
Yeah,
What would House do?
I just like don't
And
know.
like knock the pod with his cane.
Is it lupus?
It's never lupus.
It was lupus once
Yeah.
because I think they were trolling the viewing audience.
Like, even if the pod somehow miraculously, is it possible maybe the pod starts working somehow again?
Is there a okay? This is like Harley has like no medical like roles or any way of helping, but is there a way I could use a perception check to potentially identify where Val should focus his attention on?
No, because that'd be medicine
Yeah.
for sure.
I think Val and Grop are just like, they have that moment where they look at each other and they're like, you know, they know maybe in their heart that this is like a lost cause, but it's like you gotta go to the end and see.
Cool.
Is that scene
I'm
in-
gonna spend a story point now. The gravity fails.
Oh,
So another red. Upgrade another purple to a red.
Katta and Onyx just start floating. Like, oh shit!
Yeah. The gods want this man to die.
I have a story point option.
Oh yeah.
Starswear House all come to, and they just cheer on Grop so hard that he gets like amped up.
I think surgery is somewhat like golf, where you don't want people being loud,
but they're like part like they're like kind of hive mindy.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm not to be a saying no DM, but I feel like that's probably that's not a good enough use of a story point. I think in the effort of just moving this forward, I think let's just roll
Yeah.
it and see.
Yeah. I think it's up to, I don't know,
The fates.
the fates at this
It's the
point.
duel of the fates.
Yeah.
Do.
Oh fuck yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, there's no failures there.
So that's 5 disadvantage. So 1 disadvantage, but 2 successes.
Okay, I think the disadvantage is like you've literally using your whole med kit. Like you're gonna need to restock that. The med kit is done.
Oh, it's 100%.
100% done.
Yeah.
But you have stabilized this person. They are still in like critical condition. They could still start dying later. You haven't like fixed any of their like broken bones or anything. You've basically just gotten like the internal bleeding under control. Any like damage to internal organs, that's stabilized. Like you've stitched up. You really jury rigged this person back to not dying.
Yeah. I mean, my goal is to stabilize him long enough that if we can at least get to the beacon in time, and then he can actually get.
Yeah, I would say he will, barring any outside interference, will live long enough to get to the beacon.
Okay.
You got him patched up in time for the blood to not start going everywhere.
Yeah, I mean
Use a
there
little
is
suction
definitely.
tool
Yeah, that's
Like
probably
a
what Harley is doing.
Yeah.
Is just like a
Cleaning.
suction tool to like
Yeah.
get the blood that's flowing here to not like get into systems.
He's
and
on the
stuff.
blood vacuum.
And then at that point, Val is going to come to Katta and say, Katta, I got him stabilized. We need that gravity
All right.
drive online.
So you will be getting that call in a minute, but before that, you're heading to find this secret compartment.
tunnel.
Yeah.
You pass the airlock, and Val and Grop for some reason are
Like,
working on.
That's weird.
It's like, we will ask questions later.
He looked like he was wearing scrubs.
It's like, was that Grop?
The entire chat, because you have a lot of Starspur fans in there now, say it's Dr. Grop to you.
Woo! Dr. Grop.
Yeah. Is there like, how do we get into this secret compartment?
Well, good thing I am a detective that specializes in sobering up quickly and
So you still can't get there because the surgery is ongoing.
But
And you also don't know about it because we didn't say anything.
well,
Unless you're
then-
watching the stream.
Yeah, which I could be.
That's true.
Well, after all this time, you were
I think
hesitant.
honestly, the stream is probably like on, like, I don't know what our technology, let's say there's like I have a
You're
watcher.
casting like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
hologram
yeah.
of the stream.
Yeah. So like we're just watching from Onyx's perspective this whole time.
Because it's
Yeah, that's
definitely
fair.
like
That's
a
fair.
tool to see what our crew is
Yeah.
doing, you know?
I guess we did mention that from
Yeah.
the beginning anyway.
So yeah, when you get back, I'm going to pitch that. But till then.
All right, so you're looking for this secret compartment.
Yep. I mean, I guess you could always like calm to
Yeah,
us
yeah, yeah.
and be like, hey, so there's
Beef
a
up your
secret-
perception rolls.
secret compartment.
I don't think
do
you can
this.
help on rolls.
No, I
but
know.
if you have like a role play thing you want to
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
them, they can do that. Yeah, so you want to, who wants to do basically a perception check to try and locate something for the secret compartment?
I'm actually like,
yeah, you're better than me.
because I have the cybernetic eyes and they give me an advantage, or they give me like an extra die.
Blue dye, maybe?
No, I think it's just,
A yellow.
it just increases perception by 1.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any like a better stat or anything that you can help with if you wanted to help Onyx?
What is perception?
Cunning.
I don't have.
We have the same.
perception.
I thought that you switched some of that stuff up, but I could be wrong.
You can also spend a story point if you want, if you have an idea.
Maybe. Okay. We're at the tunnel. We're trying to figure out how to get
Yeah.
into the tunnel, right?
Yeah.
You're at the
Okay.
tunnel?
Well,
Or, like,
we're
we're
in the
looking-
room where the
Like-
tunnel is supposed to be.
Harley
Right?
gets on comms. Can I assume that Harley knows what's going on? In terms, Okay.
Yeah, because you've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
following
you've
the
been
stream.
watching.
Harley gets on comms and says,
Solid Gold, can you just kind of like pan your phone around to look and like show me like sort of the area of where you're like looking at?
Yes, I think that will allow you then to
Yeah.
do your own. You
yeah,
can do a
so
perception
yeah,
check.
exactly.
Okay.
Or aid. In this case, you can aid Katta's check.
Yeah. Can I do a perception check to sort like an perception check to aid Katta's? Because I want to be able to be like, hey, actually go check over there, as opposed to it's over there. You know, because I can't.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want to do a perception check to see if I notice anything
So,
in the stream.
So the way this is going to work is you're not going to roll. Katta will roll.
Yeah,
But you will aid using your perception. So how
it's 2 yellow die.
2 yellow. So you can.
Okay. What's your cunning?
My cunning is 2, and I have 2 points in
Okay,
perception.
so I just use 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is going to be. It's going to be hard because it is a hidden compartment, but I'm also going to give you a boost dice because you have the schematics. So you have a rough idea of where you're wanting
Okay.
to look.
It didn't really help much. Just 1 advantage.
I'm going to say with the advantage, you have found the hatch, but it's locked. You didn't find like the thing that opens it is what you failed to do. Because I think that's kind of, you were trying to find a way to open the thing, but you found the actual hatch. So now you could just cut into it if you wanted to. Or you can you can try again to look for.
Can I search for
Yeah.
traps?
Yeah.
I have an idea, and I don't know if you're going to let us do this, but Onyx has who knows how many thousands of viewers, followers. Can I use a story point so that one of them
Like in Galaxy Quest.
knows how to get in there,
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah, I think you can use
and
a
is
story
like
point.
Yeah.
in the chat being like, "This is how you do it."
They're actually like locksmith, whatever. person.
something
Or
like
there's
that.
like
They
we'll
have that
do like
YouTube
a
channel.
we'll do like a call out. It's like, hey, can anyone help us? We're looking for how to get in the secret tunnel.
So yes, you use a story point that the chat helps, which is I'm going to say just gives you an extra green to roll. So you just roll another green.
Okay.
You don't need to re-roll everything because right now you're just sitting at an advantage, right? So
Yeah.
hopefully, as long as you don't roll a blank side.
1 success.
Yay!
They find it. They point it out. There's a little moose statue that's surprisingly still stuck on a shelf, and it's because it's affixed to a mechanism, which is why it hasn't flown off like everything else. It's a little high. It's not just where you weren't looking, but they spotted it. The chat is going like, pull the moose, pull the moose, pull the moose.
Katta, please do the honors.
All right. So I like stand up on my back legs so that I can reach
Really?
and pull the moose.
You pull the moose. It makes a like moose noise over the speakers, and yeah, the hatch like drops a bit and then pulls aside, and you can see there's like a secret room down there.
Wow.
The room is like very silent. Again, still like the red glow in here. There is a like pillar at the center, and like suspended in a little like anti-grav field there, or like a little like its own gravity field suspended above that is what looks like a little encryption key like thing. Like you'd recognize as like a thing that can be used in certain systems, a little encryption key floating there. It's the only thing in that room. And here's a song from a band we like.
Take me to the forest, I'm knocking on wood. Just because you want to doesn't mean that you should. You think you've got my whole world, but nothing gold can stay. Lose your grip and all the stars will fade to gray. I'm going away. I'm not your little trophy, I'm not your prize to be one on my work for all your fun. Oh, oh, oh no. I'm not your little trophy, I'm not your prize to be one on my work for all your fun. Oh, oh, oh no. You lure me in with fish hooks, they're up in my mouth. Jump the ship before it all starts heading south. That was touch and go there, that was a close call. Another venture in exchange for nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm not your little trophy, I'm not your prize to be one on my work for all your fun. Oh,
That was Hyenas and their song Little Trophy. And in the middle of the episode, you heard Roll with the Punches by Heart Attack Kids. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow Dungeon Punks on all of our socials or check out patreon.com/dungeonpunks. For as little as $5 a month, you can get early access to episodes, bonus monthly talkback episodes, deleted scenes, and, maybe a few more goodies. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the Podcasts of Doom Network.